Hi, and welcome back to Conquering Debt as a Single Mom. I'm Sherry. So I wanted to talk about how I break up my paychecks when I get paid. So I have my budgets with my line items and the amounts designated for it. And I usually in my budget will have an estimate of how much I'm planning on getting paid for that month. But my pay fluctuates because I work an hourly job. And my biggest thing that fluctuates is Lyft and Uber. I have about an average I make, but some weekends I'll have a good weekend and I'll end up making extra money. Also too, Lyft and Uber pay out every single week, where my regular job pays me usually twice a month. So I'm going to use my regular job, for example. Let's say my paycheck for 2 weeks is $1,000. I'm doing hypothetical here for easy math. I will take 50% of that paycheck and put it towards my fixed expenses. For example, my minimum payments due, my rent, my car payment, all of those are fixed and not fluctuating. Then I will take 40% of my paycheck, so $400, and I will break that up into my variable need categories. For example, groceries, gas, car maintenance, all those other categories will get funded next. Then I will take the last 10% and I will make an additional payment towards my debt that I'm focused on, which is always the lowest amount. But then usually what will happen is usually around like the 20th or 25th of the month, towards the end of the month, once my categories start filling up, I will take anything that's additional and I will throw that at my debt on top of the minimums. So usually I see how much margin I have left at the end of the month, and that's when I make the largest payments towards my debt. And then my last paycheck, usually right around the 30th of the month, that will fund my first week of expenses and start filling up the next month basically. But that's how I do it. How do you break up your paychecks with your budget? I know a lot of people do the 50, 30, 20 rule, but I'm just curious how other people do it. But this is how I've been doing it this year, and it's really worked for me.